of this really is interesting because you know when you're working on something and you're thinking about it, examples come to light in your everyday life. And yesterday, I was sitting at the Louisville Library yesterday afternoon, and I was working on this particular outline for what we're doing today. And I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, I know that guy from somewhere. And he's kind of looking at me, and we played the whole little eye game for a while. And it wasn't in the weird eye game way. Yeah, you'll understand in a second why it wouldn't be in that other way. So he gets ready to get up at one point. I'm sitting there still working on the outline. He walks up and he says, I think, no, I'm pretty sure, you're Connie Chesner, aren't you? And I looked at him and I said, okay. I said, I'm really embarrassed. I said, I think I know where you're from. I said, are you from Appalachian State? He said, absolutely. He said, last time we saw each other was 1997, Connie. I was assistant dean over at the Department of Education. Wow. He went through this litany of remembering the courses I took, the projects I did, when I came to his office upset about things. Wow. Yeah. No. He also remembered that I had 3 majors at the time, and he convinced me to drop one and all these other things. But what happened out of that conversation is really pretty amazing because he hasn't seen me since '97. And he said to me, you know what, Connie, today, I'm no longer working in the university systems. I have my own radio show up in Virginia. I remember you enough and what you taught me about how you approach life enough. If you're still doing the same kind of things, send me an email, tell me what you're going to talk about. I want to put you on my radio show. Wow. Really? That's pretty awesome. That's all from networking and building networks throughout the years. And I can tell you all different kinds of stories about fantastical things that have happened to people I know like that. So what I'd like you to do, and you know what, you guys are eating, so how about you just watch me do it? I was going to have you do a little exercise, but it's easier if you just watch me do it and pretend. I'm not going to make you pull out a writing utensil at this time. Pretend this is a business card, okay? Because it's large enough that you can see it as opposed to a little baby business card up here. And pretend that this is the writing on the front with your name and all different kinds of information on it. And then I ask you to flip it over and turn it sideways for just a second. I want to change the way that you think about business cards and the way that they work. Okay? I don't care if there's tons of writing on the back or whatever. I want you to kind of envision this every time you get a business card or give a business card from now on. Down the left-hand side, I want you to imagine that there are 3 dashes, like that. On the right-hand side, I just want you to picture a little circle. I have to write this down this way, because I can't write upside down and backwards. I was trained as a teacher, but not that well.
Is that next month? Yeah. How to do that?
What'd you say?
Well, you show us how to do that next month?
Show you how to write upside down and backwards. My mom can do that because she was an elementary school teacher. Aren't they amazing? Imagine that there's a welcome sign up there. What does that look like?
A door.
It sure does. It looks like a door. So what we're going to talk about today is how business cards are a door into access to different individuals. So when you hand someone your business card, you're giving them permission to knock on the door and come into the yard, okay? Or they're giving you permission to do that. And they tell you the ways you're allowed to do that on the front of that card. So they give you their email address, their phone number, maybe their cell phone number. They might have a LinkedIn profile little icon up there that says, yeah, you've got the kinds of business cards that fold and flip and do a million things that are going on them. That business card is the door into that individual. So you need to look at it as a starting point. Just like, just like you have a house. I'm going to use this analogy throughout our talk today, that you kind of drive by, you know where someone's address is, the kind of neighborhood they live in. Okay, we make some judgments about them. People make judgments about you based on your business card. It's kind of like your curb appeal. And we're in that housing market where people are having trouble selling and they're doing all kinds of stuff to dress up things. Think about how you can dress up what's going on with that business card, how you can add to it. Think about flipping your card over before you hand it to somebody who you really want to connect with and handwriting something on there. It's kind of like saying to someone, welcome, come into my world. I've taken time beyond just taking it out of the stack of 2,500 that I ordered from a professional printer. I've taken the time to write something nice on here. It says, hey, call me, let's have lunch, or, would love to connect you with some people that I know. Some little note that makes it a little more personal, okay? But you always want to have that welcome sign on the door, and you want to invite people in. Now, we're going to continue with the house analogy, because to me it really brings all of this sort of together. I love images, how they kind of connect things together. Who comes to your front door? What kind of people?
UPS.
UPS? Strangers? People that don't know you, probably? They got to ring the doorbell, right? Who knows how to get around go around the back door, come in the kitchen?
Your best friend.
Oh, yeah. People that know you very well, they've kind of got an in. Your goal is going to be, if that business card is your door into those people's lives, your goal is going to be to get access to the back door. And I don't mean by sneaking around the back and hopping the fence, okay? And a lot of people try and do that in business when they network out. They try and sneak around the back door, find some things out, or to kind of get in there without building that relationship first. And of course the alarm goes off, the dog attacks them, and they're kicked out. So it can happen, right? So your goal is to go from being a front door person that has to ring the bell and kind of wait, to going to the person that they're going to invite around the back and say, you know, hey, come around. Your ultimate goal, by the way, is to be invited to the neighborhood barbecue at their house. And that means that they're not only inviting you over to their house, but they're inviting other people, and they're trusting in all those relationships and connections. Imagine if that was all business folks sitting in the backyard, okay? The backyard of their business, whatever it happens to be. So you want to be able to, and if you really get in good with them, they're going to ask you to spend the night. That's a whole that I did not have with the man yesterday. No, I saw the eyes and the holding of it down.